What's up, guys? So Wolverine's one of the most dangerous men and greatest fighters in the entire Marvel Universe. And if he's at his peak, he's almost unbeatable. But here on this channel, we don't think anybody's unbeatable. So today, we're going to take a look at 10 heroes who can take down Wolverine. And this is not like Superman and Thor. These are more people, street level people, who are on Wolverine's level. So before we get started talking about heroes who can take down Wolverine, let's first talk about Logan, and just see what exactly he's capable of. Wolverine is superhumanly strong, fast, and agile, and has superhuman senses that are much greater than any other human, and even surpass most animals. He is a master tactician, is a talented assassin, and a nearly flawless swordsman. He's a master of basically every form of fighting in the world, and has defeated some of the best martial artists. He's also an expert at pressure points in the human body. He possesses 3 6-inch bone claws that, along with the rest of his skeleton, are coated in the nearly indestructible metal adamantium. These claws have sliced through opponents like Hulk, Thor, and even Thanos before. Wolverine's most prominent power, though, is his healing factor. He can regrow missing limbs, organs, and is even regenerated from just a skeleton before. This healing factor allows him to heal from basically every single attack, even nerve strikes, and he can outlast basically any opponent he goes up against. So who can take it down? Well, first up is SpiderMan. SpiderMan possesses the proportionate strength of a spider, to the point where he can easily lift at least 25 tons, and has held his own against Iron Man, Juggernaut, and Hulk. But on top of his strength, he also possesses the speed, agility, and reflexes of a spider. He's faster than the eye can follow, has reflexes 40 times greater than a peak human, and is easily more agile than heroes like Captain America, Daredevil, and Wolverine. Peter has a spider sense, which is a tingling sensation near the base of his skull that manifests itself when he's around or targeted by danger. The spider sense, combined with his speed and reflexes, make it almost impossible for an opponent to hit Spider-Man. He has web shooters that can hold back even the strongest of opponents, and allow him to swing around, and is trained in the way of the spider, a custom-made martial art that perfectly utilizes his powers. Black Canary. Dynalance is the Black Canary and possesses the unique metahuman ability called the Canary Cry, which is an ultrasonic scream powerful enough to shatter objects, disorient opponents, and even shatter skulls and liquefy bones. It's even been said that she can use the Canary Cry to fly. She is also an expert martial artist, is a master in judo and boxing, and is considered to be one of the 7 best fighters in the DC universe. Her fighting ability will allow her to hold her own against Logan at least for a while, but that Canary Cry should be able to knock Wolverine out, giving her the victory. Deadpool. Deadpool has enhanced strength, speed, and agility, and also has a healing factor just like Wolverine. He's regenerated from being ripped apart by a grenade, being decapitated, and sustaining other serious injuries with absolutely no lasting damage. One time his body was entirely destroyed, but yet Wade regenerated from just his hand. Deadpool is also immortal, as Thanos the Mad Titan cursed him with immortality. Deadpool is a highly skilled martial artist, and practices a bit of unpredictability in his fighting style, allowing him to defeat Taskmaster in combat before. He always carries guns, explosives, and his katanas on him, and he's beaten Wolverine before, and if Deadpool is taking the fight seriously, he can do it again. Batman. While Batman isn't the physical equivalent of Wolverine, he is in peak physical condition and has done some things that normal people might call superhuman. He is one of the greatest fighters in the DC universe, and knows 127 different forms of martial arts, and every pressure point in the human body. He has tons of gadgetry on him at all times, including different forms of batarangs, explosives, tranquilizer darts, smoke pellets, sonic emitters, and electrical tasers. Batman is also incredibly smart, and is great at analyzing his opponents, so when he realizes that Wolverine has a healing factor, and he doesn't have to use non-lethal maneuvers, Bruce can go all out, with all the gear and weapons he's packing, be able to take Logan out at least once. Midnighter. Midnighter's abilities were designed to give him an all-encompassing advantage in close combat and tactical scenarios. He has superhuman strength, speed, reflexes, senses, aim, a very powerful healing factor, and various other enhancements to give him an edge in combat. But Midnighter's greatest asset is his power to predict how a battle will happen before it starts. He can run through a given combat situation a million times in his mind, and cover nearly every possible result before the first punch is even thrown. He then uses this info to predict the actions of his opponents and counteract their moves before they even think to make them. Midnighter's powers can also let him see the outcome of the battle he wants, and then by working backwards, follow the right steps to get there. Iron Fist. Iron Fist is trained to be a living weapon and has peak level strength, speed, agility, reflexes, and durability. He can augment his physical abilities to superhuman levels though, by manipulating the use of his spiritual energy. He's also one of the world's greatest martial artists, and was trained in fighting at the mystical city of Kunlun. So not only is he a master of Kunlun's martial arts, but Earth's as well, like judo, aikido, karate, and is an expert at boxing, loose brawling, and even street fighting. He's also able to summon his chi and focus it into his hand, which makes it superhumanly resistant to injury and pain, and immensely powerful. This attack, called the Iron Fist technique, has been used to knock out Colossus, rip through steel, smash through airplanes, and has even brought down the helicarrier before. Deathstroke. Now before you get upset, technically you could call Deathstroke an anti-hero, so that's how he makes on the list. And it was really hard finding people who could beat a capable Wolverine, so give me a break. Now genetically engineered to surpass all human limits, Slade Wilson is the greatest assassin in the DC universe. He has greatly enhanced strength, speed, agility, endurance, durability, a healing factor, and he is 9 times smarter than normal humans, making him a strategical genius. I mean, he's even been able to take down the Justice League before, all by himself. He also has heightened senses and reflexes, essentially making him a one-man army. Slade is one of the greatest fighters in the DC universe, and is an expert at armed and unarmed combat. He wears the Icon suit, which is bulletproof and durable enough to take repeated punches from Superman without going down. He carries a Promethean broadsword, a nearly indestructible energy staff, and various handguns, rifles, explosives, and bladed weapons. With this arsenal and his level of skill, and Deathstroke should be able to defeat Wolverine at least a handful of times. Captain America. Thanks to the Super Soldier Serum, Captain America is the pinnacle of human physical potential, or basically the next step in human evolution. He has the ability to lift over a ton, run a mile in a minute, survive a 200-foot fall from an airplane with no damage, and dodge bullets by actually seeing the bullets coming at him and then moving out of the way. He is a master of a large number of martial arts, and has even developed his own form of fighting, which is a mixture of jiu-jitsu, boxing, judo, karate, pressure points, all-terrain acrobatics, and the use of a shield. And then we have to take his shield into account as well. The shield is made up of an unbreakable vibranium alloy that absorbs the kinetic energy of anything it touches, allowing it to ricochet off of objects. It's been described as the perfect offensive and defensive weapon, and with this, plus his enhanced physical ability and fighting techniques, he should be able to take down Wolverine at least once. Black Panther. T'Challa is the Black Panther, and is among the top intellects and martial artists in the world. Black Panther has superhuman strength, speed, durability, agility, and senses, as well as the ability to draw upon all the knowledge, strength, and experiences of every previous Black Panther. He is a master combatant, having been trained in basically every single armed and unarmed style of fighting since a young age. He's even defeated such experienced fighters as Captain America, Wolverine, and Daredevil before. He wears a vibranium microwave mesh, which robs incoming objects of their momentum, and carries anti-metal claws, which can break objects down on the molecular level, and energy daggers. Basically, he's beaten Wolverine before, and I believe he can do it again. Finally, we have Hawkman. Hawkman possesses the Ninth Metal, which grants him incredible superhuman strength, speed, durability, senses, the ability to fly, and a powerful healing factor. He's a powerful fighter, and usually prefers to use older weapons, such as maces, nets, spears, and shields, and is very skilled with them as well. He also possesses the Claw of Horus, which is a very powerful weapon, and has been described as being hit with a planet. So there we have it. Those are 10 heroes who, in my opinion, can take down Wolverine at least once. But what do y'all think? Who do you think can beat Wolverine? Sound off in the comments down below. I would love to hear your thoughts. Also, if you have any ideas for future videos, sound off down there too. And finally, be sure to hit the subscribe button for more videos just like this one every single week.